Hello, Western States Affiliates Heart Walk team. My name is Nicole Saunier, Vice President for the Houston Heart Walk. I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you in person, but I'm honored to join you by video and share with you the details of how our 30-day plan truly turned our event around. In the 30 days prior to the Houston Heart Walk, our numbers were not looking good, and that's putting it mildly. We were working all the strategies and following best practices, but you couldn't tell from looking at our numbers. We were behind in every area. Team captain recruitment, walker recruitment, company recruitment, and only 44% of the way to our $3.3 million goal. We had to stop the bleeding or we were going to go backwards or be flat, and there was no way that I or my team was going to let that happen. So our solution was a 4-point 30-day plan that had what seemed at the time like an impossible goal. We wanted not just to exceed the previous year's revenue with our plan, but to make 2014 our best year ever and set a record for the Houston Heart Walk by crossing the $3 million mark. So with a whole lot of faith and after a lot of prayer, we set about the task of working our 30-day plan. The first 2 points involved engaging our volunteer leaders to step up and take ownership of the event success. The other 2 points involved our team being laser focused on the mission and the goal and helping our participants connect and embrace both. The first component of the plan was getting the ELT to increase their company's goals. Let's face it, in the final 30 days, we needed everyone, and especially our ELT, to step up in a big way. So I laid out phase 1 of our 30-day plan to our chair. The ELT members would increase their company's fundraising goals and commit to messaging to their internal teams how important it is for our mission and the health of our overall community that they hit those new fundraising goals. My chair agreed with me, so together we talked about the increases that we wanted from each ELT company based on the size of the company and how far or how close they were to hitting their current fundraising goals, as well as their ability to mobilize their teams quickly and have them work with us on strategies to raise those additional funds. My chair called for an ELT meeting that very same week, and after laying out the Heart Walk State of the Union, he asked every ELT member by name to raise their company's goals and help their internal teams hit those goals. I'm happy to say that nearly all of our 13 ELT members raised their goals, and the few that didn't increase their goals on paper verbally committed to exceeding their existing goals. By the date of our Heart Walk, all but one ELT company had exceeded their original goals, and that extra revenue had a huge impact on our bottom line. The second leg of our 30-day plan involved getting as many companies as possible to implement a vendor campaign. In the Houston market, we've been very fortunate to have experienced great success with both the traditional vendor campaigns and vendor events, so this naturally became a key component of our 30-day plan. We started once again with reaching out to our top leadership. Our chair company for this year was Schlumberger, and they already host a very successful annual vendor event called the Shooting for the Hearts of Texas Clay Shoot that raises over $100,000 for the Heart Walk. But due to the structure of the event, it can only accommodate a maximum of 15 vendors. With a company as large as Schlumberger, I knew that there were still a lot of untapped vendors that they could contact for the Heart Walk. So I asked our chair if he would also do a letter writing campaign during those final 30 days, and he did. He contacted 100 of their vendors and received 12 donations totaling $99,800. We also were able to get 2 other Heart Walk companies to mount vendor campaigns in those last 30 days, and one actually planned and executed a golf tournament that raised $50,000, and another did an email campaign that raised $18,000. The third point of our 30-day plan was to maximize Inspired Living, Inspired Giving Day. Inspired Living, Inspired Giving Day provided the perfect avenue for us to launch another full-on fundraising push within those last 30 days. We asked executives from our top 3 Heart Walk companies to film a video talking about what inspires them to live a healthier life and to make a specific appeal to their employees to donate on Inspired Living, Inspired Giving Day. We ask that they personally send the video out from their email address on Inspired Living, Inspired Giving Day to their entire employee base. And as a result of those efforts, we raised $28,203 on Inspired Living, Inspired Giving Day. Here's a look at the Inspired Living, Inspired Giving Day video from our chair company, Schlumberger.
Hello, I'm Dan Domaracki, Vice President of Schlumberger Government and Industry Affairs. Schlumberger is committed to the health of our employees and our community, and as part of our culture and commitment to good health, Schlumberger is a proud supporter of the American Heart Association. Here's something you may not have known though. Heart attacks and strokes are the #2 killer of Schlumberger employees worldwide, second only to automobile accidents. One of the ways that we demonstrate our commitment to good health is by participating in the American Heart Association's annual Heart and Stroke Walk, the premium event for raising funds to save lives from this country's #1 and #4 killers, heart disease and stroke. This year's Houston Walk will be held on November 8th at NRG Park. As the 2014 chair company for this event, Schlumberger is excited to announce that October 23rd has been designated as Inspired Living, Inspired Giving Day. Inspired Living, Inspired Giving Day was established to encourage company-wide giving, connecting the mission of American Heart Association and the people who inspire us to live healthier and stronger lives. I'm excited about this day because it's a great way for all of us, everyone, you, me, and all of us here, to get involved, to share what inspires us. On October 23rd, please make a donation to the Schlumberger company page at houstonheartwalk.org or text the keyword HWALK to 41444 and make a donation via your mobile device. As a company, we have set a goal to raise $300,000 for this year's Heart and Stroke Walk, and with your help, we can surpass that. Our hope is that at least 250 employees contribute to this day. Will you be one of the 250 to donate at least $25 to help us reach this goal? Together as a team, as a Schlumberger team, we can make a significant impact in the fight against cardiovascular diseases and stroke. So I thank you for your time, and thank you for your support, and look forward to seeing you on November 8th. You know what? I will see you on November 8th. I know you'll be there. Thank you again.
The final component of our 30-day plan was focused team captain and top walker visits with daily check-ins. Myself and my team pounded the pavement every single day, making team captain and top walker visits, but we were very strategic about those visits and where we focused our energy. Our team met every morning during those 30 days to review our event status using the daily growth reports, and then, based on what the numbers showed, to prepare a game plan for who we were going to see that day. With only a limited amount of time left before the event, we decided to concentrate on different target groups for each of the remaining weeks. For example, the first week was dedicated to seeing walkers who hadn't started fundraising and encourage them to implement the Take 10 to Send 10 strategy and Zero to Hero, and also those almost to top walker individuals who were in the $500 to $999 range, to ask them to push to be a top walker and receive some great event day perks. The following week, the focus was on daily visits to team captains who had walkers but no money, and walkers who were top walkers last year but had currently raised less than $500. On all of our visits, we took prior year walker lists and donor reports to make it as easy as possible for the walkers and team captains to immediately reach out to their lapsed walkers and donors and invite them back. I'm happy to say that all of our team's hard work and planning definitely paid off in the end. 30 days out from our Heart Walk, our total event revenue was $1,452,000. But by working the strategies in our 30-day plan, we were able to raise another $1.6 million, and we ended the Heart Walk at $3,100,000. So no, we didn't hit our overall goal of $3.3 million, but we raised $200,000 more than the prior year. We set a new record for the Houston Heart Walk, and we crossed the $3 million mark. Thank you so much, and I wish you all a very successful Heart Walk year.